Hello everybody and welcome to Buxton on the new Peak Forest route. Yeah, this is going to be a sort of first look kind of extravaganza. You probably can't hear the game as yet, that's just because it's very loud and we haven't really got moving yet, but the game, you will be able to hear it. We've got Fowler 4F, the new train that comes with the route. Yes, we're at Buxton. Quite a fair amount of lines that run through here, but the route continues up sort of on this Y kind of thing. We are going to head south, up, round to here, I believe, wherever that is. Chinley. Yes, that, Chinley. And we're going to do that in command of this LMS Jubilee class. So it should be good, Let's put the reversed forwards. I'll be playing HUD off, but I'll just have a look at the starting speed limit, 15, okay. And this is my genuine first reaction to the route. So far, Buxton looks fantastic. Do like that station train shed very much. Okay, and let's get the doors closed and let's get ready for departure. You got a clear semaphore there, it looks like. Let's get the combo brake on release and set the large ejector to open. And once that gets to 21 inches of mercury, unhugs, as the great Jeremy Clarkson would say, we can get some power going. Close the cylinder cocks. And let's get moving. 10 mile an hour. 12, 13, 14, 15. Off. There we go. Lovely. I do like this route so far. Yeah, I haven't driven it at all, more or less. So this is all first reactions, first look. And it looks pretty good, I must say. Lovely. Right. How are we going? Still at 15, are we? Yes. Looks like it's going to speed a little bit, so I'll just put a tiny bit of steam brake on. Bring the speed back to 14. You can't see the speed, and unless you have the HUD turned on, you won't be able to. I only have because my rail driver has an external speedo, so that's physically separate from the game. Reading from the game's files, reading from the game's systems, so it knows what the speed is, and that's how I have an accurate reading without actually having the HUD on, because of course these trains don't have speedos. Right, are we past that 40 post? Must be. It is 40, isn't it? Yes. And I hate this driver assist thing that constantly nags you about reverse of position unless you move it back to below 50%. It is pretty annoying. Okay, so we are stopping at Peak Forest, Chapel on the Frith Central, and Chinley only. So, good little run. Good little run indeed. You should be able to hear a fair bit of the game audio there. Be speeding a touch as we come around here. We must be going downgrade quite quickly, yeah, there you see. Pull off the regulator there at 48 miles an hour. Try and put just enough of a reduction in the steam. Can I leave just a tiny bit of application in there? If I close that... Oh, okay, no, I don't want that. I'm just trying to find the balance where the pressure, the brake pipe stays mostly still. That looks alright. That's it. I go just a tiny bit more. 7%, just close that a little bit. No, I want, yeah, a bit more closed. Come on. There you go, sitting on the dot, but we're speeding a bit. Okay, there's a bit more of a reduction. There we are, back down to 50. I'll leave that at. Bring that back to about there, and we'll go for 6%, that should be alright. Just see what that does to speed. And we're getting further away from Peak Forest because we're sort of going on this weird tangential path, but we are making progress. We've got 10 mile an hour coming through the white here. I mean, the service pattern on this is sort of quite similar to that on the Midland Main Line. You know, services going around here, and basically you can go from anywhere to anywhere because of the white, which is very cool indeed. Okay, right, we're going to fully close that and go for a reasonable application. Train should run. I know the train should run, but I'm trying to slow down for a 10 mile an hour limit, aren't I? Gee whiz. Thanks, bruh. Now I'll open it up just as we sort of ease round. Blast the air out. I did that a bit too quickly. It wasn't fantastic of me. Oh, listen to that. Right, so the brakes are fully released again now. Right, and now we'll go for a bit of braking action. Full application. Bail the air off. Bit of steam brake just to finish us off. There we go. Are we? What's the gradient? Still quite steep. Okay. If I just take a little bit of pressure out of the vacuum. Oh, we're going downhill now, are we? Get a bit of power. There we go. A little bit less. A bit more. What do you want? Is that good? Looks like it. That's holding 9.1 quite comfortably. Good. As we round the corner. Not what I wanted to do. Hit F11, not F12. Easy mistake. Actually, let's go a bit more power. There we go. No, that's too little power. There we go. Accelerating ever so slightly. It is quite a steep slope, this one. It is quite a steep slope. But not too much going on. Looks like there's a bit of industry here. Presumably at one point had a rail connection. But not anymore, apparently. That's is that like a emergency track? It goes, or is that supposed to be a mine or something? Who knows? Is the speed looking fine? Right, and coming past whatever this is, Peak Forest Junction signal box. So I presume this must be Peak Forest Junction. Would make sense. This whole area. Stick my head out. Can I see the back of the train? No. See the back of the train here? Yes. Good. Right, we'll go full power. Full power, and we'll get up to whatever the speed limit is, 40 I believe, and 80 by the time we get up to that. Now the mileage clocks down, but now we do have basically a climb until Peak Forest, so it'll be interesting to see, because I'm not super fantastic at driving these things, I will admit, so it'll be interesting to see how well I can pull this off. It's 25 miles an hour. Oh, that's very loud now. Really working this old loco. I mean, they wouldn't have been that old when this route was set. Oh, would they? I can't even remember when this route's set. Was it like 60s or something? Who knows? There's a little bit of a limestone train, is it? Oh, yeah, limestone. Hate those unloaded textures. Limestone loaded and unloaded. Oh, partly loaded is this one. As we pass 30 miles an hour, and here's another 4F. Who's at... What's the boiler pressure like on you? Very high. I'm surprised the thingy McBobby hasn't gone off the safety valve. Go past quite a large yard, or not a super large, but reasonably. Oh, is this like a loading? It must be a loading area. Has to be, right? Yeah, that's where cars get loaded. Damn, that's more impressive than most of the loading sites today. That's very impressive. Go into a tunnel. You would have thought they'd just route the main line round here where there isn't a tunnel, but apparently not. Unless this has been all bombed out, like they exploded it to make way for the railway. Now this is very cool. I have to do some shunting then. Out we come. There's an interesting stone wall. I bet that'll keep lots of intruders out. So almost coming through 30 miles an hour. 30 whole miles an hour. Let's pull the reverser back a touch more. But we are a bit late. But that's sort of to be expected. I'm not very familiar with this traction, so I'm not going to go very hard on it. So we're still on a very steep grade, and this must be a very steep grade in the other direction as well. Oh, and this goes up here. This is like a sort of model railway layout. This is cool as. That's really cool. Not speeding, are we? No. Come through the last little bit. Oh, it's littered in yards. I love it. Come up here, and then we have another little yard at Peak Forest, I presume. It's just coming up to 40 miles an hour there. Clear signals. That's good. And we're not going super fast, so stick my head out this side just to try and see where the station is. Okay. full application, full release, opening up the ejector, just being very careful coming into these stations. Crawling in at 15 miles an hour. Seems like a nice number. And there's a little freight signing there to load in your freight articles, I presume. Now, this train is going to be hanging out of the platform, is it not? Oh no. Just fit inside if I pull right up. Okay, and let's dump the vacuum. Like so. That was a pretty good stop, I reckon. How many points did we get for it? 497? Oh, pig's ass. Driving Mysore. It's not a fantastic name. Set the cylinder cocks to open. Yeah, thank you. That's really helpful. That's really great. Thanks, game. Okay, close our ejector off. Steam brake release. Go for some power. Close the cylinder cocks. And I'll just slowly ease up the power. There's 15 miles an hour. That's full power. And I'll start to bring the reverser back. Oh my god, this stupid driver assist thing. Just piss off. Picking up good speed now we're going downhill. So I think you can pull the reverser back a fair bit. %. Lovely. We are going to have a 50 limit in a second. We'll see how long that lasts for. Or a while, it would appear. Where's my torch, my lamp? There it is. Okay, and we'll just keep cruising here. We can go up to 80 in 1 mile. A bit more air, or a bit more of a vacuum. Come on. Be a vacuum. There you go. Lovely. And I'll leave that not quite fully closed. Come on. There you go. And that's the blower. I won't muck around with that. So I don't know what it does. That looks alright. As soon as we just whip past that 80, I'll bung the small ejector fully open and the large ejector. Make sure there's nothing left in the pipe. And we'll be cool. As we're cruising very nicely at 49 mile an hour. I don't know, in this one video I've been able to drive steam trains much better than I have before. I guess this route has much steeper gradients than the other one, doesn't it? Okay, right, fully open, release that, and full power. En route to Chapel-on-le-Frith Central. That's not at all lengthy station name. Yeah, I can imagine. Hey Siri, when's the next train to Chapel-on-le-Frith Central? Probably a good thing it closed. I'm pretty sure it's closed. Oh, it hasn't. It's still open. Chapel-on-le-Frith station. Has it? Yeah, look at... Oh, no, that's a... Oh! That's not a good thing. I've done a bad... That's... Ha. Well, you know, there's not much point really continuing. That's going to be the most catastrophic overrun in human history. Well, we'll come to a stop and I'll deliver my conclusion. So what still exists, it would appear that the line up here through Chinley around here still exists and goes off here, but this line does not. However, the line from Buxton, which comes up and then up here towards Manchester, but doesn't actually join onto this line basically until Stockport. That one still exists as well, but none of this really. Well, that's fantastic, isn't it? 450-yard overshoot. Oh, that's a good end to the week, isn't it? That was a cow mooing. Alright, well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I have. I think the route's quite nice. If you're on Steam, one thing that you can do to save money is to buy it in a bundle, because it will almost certainly be cheaper than any other option. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.